Hey boys, started Honest Hearts from level 1 yesterday. Today is part 2. Not sure if it's even possible, but let's see. Make it do into a combat where we might not be able to kill the enemies. A lot of the DLC enemies and after Dead Money require some serious stopping power. I guess you can always lower difficulty. Gecko! A young gecko. There's another one. I went for everything. I'm using whatever I find. These knuckles are pretty good. Fishing lodge cabinet key. You can trade the stuff for Joshua Grams. It has some okay stuff in the inventory. I think I have a good skill for this weapon. This weapon also eats a lot of ammo. This one is almost broken. Escorn. Okay, this fusion battery. What are you playing these days, Scorn? How's the Rogue Trader, boys? I didn't even check if they got any good ratings. Grim Dawn Rogue Trader. Let's see what kind of rating that game got. What do the initial impressions say? Rogue Trader. €50 game, huh? Very positive, 88%. There is a Voidfarer bundle for €100. What the hell? Too much reading. What, they didn't make put voice acting? This is what I don't like about these games. They clearly have budget. They clearly charge money for it, but no voice acting in 2023. I don't like that. Walkie-talkie. Level up, ding. I like 30 repair, huh? Grant is 20 explosion, 45 guns. Level 8 as well. I don't really care about any of this stuff. Hunting shotgun. I just don't like it when they somebody is defending this shit in this day and age that it's a budget thing. Because the writing down this shit and making it voice acted, it requires a lot of effort. That's a lot of effort. I don't think it's budget anymore. It just without voice acting, it's much less effort. That's just how it is. What do you do in that game score even? It's kind of like the usual RPG stuff, or you're like on a mission or something. What do you want?
يا عتاد
This DLC has some really spooky enemies if you're low level. What the hell do I need next? I need little scout lunch boxes. RuneScape. Chainsaw noises. We are playing a nice guy here. We're not using chainsaw. Went directly to this DLC on level 1, so it's can't get a chainsaw. Like a regular run, it's we do start a new run, and then we just go directly into the DLC content on level 1. See if it can be completed. installed Fallout 3, guys. I might just mess around in it for a bit. For good old, for the good old time's sake. Well, it's definitely looks out there at this point, Scorn, but it has its moments. Was my first Fallout game that I actually got into. Sometimes, every time I play Fallout 3, I get to appreciate Fallout New Vegas even more. Play Fallout 2? No. I tried playing some Fallout 1 and 2 off stream multiple times, just couldn't get into it. Already back in the day while I was playing Baldur's Gate 2 and Diablo 2 and shit like that, all those years ago I thought Fallout 1 and Fallout 2 looked dated. That was like 20 years ago. Each day I pray Fallout 3 Capital Wasteland and Fallout 4 New Vegas will make it to a launch. There's no doubt about it that they're gonna remake these games, Relish Sparov. They remake everything these days, right? Tesla's been busy with Starfield. Starfield, as bad as people want to be, haven't played myself personally, but what I've seen, it looks really poor. I've seen a lot of stuff from Fallout 1 and Fallout 2 on YouTube. The atmosphere in those games is like something else. think this soundtrack is from Fallout 1. You can hear like church stuff in the background. Linked a long video about Fallout to general Discord. It's over 9 hours long and Maker goes through all games in it. You don't know Master from Fallout 1 or part of? I haven't played that game, I know about the Master. "15 seconds. I think the dialogue with him is way more than 15 seconds. Lunch boxes. It's one. Two. Pure dried whole deviled eggs. Would you guys eat 200-year-old deviled eggs? If you found some? No balls, RuneScape. I'm not sure what I would be worried more, food poisoning or, you know, a few hours later when you have to take a dump. Apparently, as long as the packaging, the container is not damaged, it's edible. So for a lot of this stuff, like bottled water or the cans, the expiration date is for the actual container and not actually what is inside. $2,000 ball caps, just like that. I never even been to like 38. You know what's one of the most bizarre things to me about America? That you can come to a store and buy a rifle or a gun or something like that. Sometimes even some of these regular stores. It's like a normal thing. Little scout lunch box. Where's the last one? There it is. Find a workbench. Has anybody tried doing this? Start a new character from level 1 and go directly for the DLC? Start a DLC on level 1. This is my second one now.
Welcome back. What can I do for you? Yes, take a look.
Take a look. Doesn't have a lot of stuff. This these weapon binding rituals could come in handy.
God be with you.
God be with you. The DLC for this game was released pretty quick, release part of. This game wasn't long without DLC. Deliverer of Sorrows. Sorrows Captain North. Looking, I see a white leg on the other side. Let's fuck him up.
Hakko! Anna ja vittu.
Who the hell is firing? There's one on the top as well. So one and son, there are three. That guy's gonna get murdered before we arrive.
Anna, why with you?
Legs Lightbringer.
Paikka kill! Good kielak is.
He's gonna have a plasma grenade. Why didn't he use it? One sec. I feel like the Fallout games were so unknown before Bethesda got their hands on them. It was partially thanks to Bethesda that this game got so much bigger. I don't remember doing any of the slave stuff in Fallout 3. How big is the slave stuff in Fallout 3? Me in Fallout 3 I was like always playing a good guy cause it bothered me playing a bad guy. Yeah, I think there were slavers in Fallout 3. I remember those guys that were trying to free up the escaped android guys. The guys who were in Fallout 3 as well. The railroad.
You are the one Joshua Graham sent to us.
Railroad is in
Blessings
Fallout
of the
3.
Father in the cave on you. Daniel is waiting for you.
What's your deal?
Waking Cloud is my name. I am midwife to the Sorrows. It sounds ill omen, no? Midwife to Sorrows?
What do you mean, what do you do when you're not delivering babies?
I tend to other hurts and sicknesses that afflict our tribe. I also scout the valley for the herbs I use in my medicines.
Midwife, haven't seen any children around.
The children and the old have already been evacuated from the camp. They are safe enough, unless the Whitelegs come for us in force.
Hey, Mads. Mads, what the fuck is going on? Why are you a mod? Let's go with something else.
What would you speak of?
We played all the part 2 of Call of France today, Mads. Go check the first 5 hours of the stream. I did? Oh, fucking hell, I don't remember. Give me some info on this Daniel. Who is he?
Daniel is a wise man and a great friend to the Sorrows. He taught me to speak the language of New Canaan, the English from the Holy Books.
English from the Holy Books.
Yes. The language of the New Canaanites is the Holy Tongue, for it is the language their sacred books are written in. The Father in the caves brought it to them after the judgment, but the ancestors of the Sorrows sinned against him. They were denied the true tongue.
Have you known him long?
6 years. He attended the birth of my third child. It was a hard birth. The river nearly carried my water to the Father, and my child's with it. Daniel knew the ways of New Canaan's medicine. He stepped in and saved both of our lives. After the birth, I asked Daniel if he would teach me what he knew of childbirth. He agreed, and so here I am.
Speed check failed. How's the health today? I'm feeling really tired for some reason. It's been going on for like a couple of days now.
What would you speak of?
Tell more about your tribe.
We have dwelt in the Narrows since the end that came in fire. When the Father in the caves punished the world and made us forget the Holy Tongue. We have had good relations with the other tribes in the valley. At least before Salt Upon Wounds brought his Whitelegs here. We have Daniel to thank for our continued existence. His advice and help has kept the Whitelegs from overrunning us so far. I do not know how long even he can protect us, though.
Salt Upon Wounds. You know what's my first first thing that comes to my mind? It's Cervantes. He's such a Salt Upon Wounds. Every time I see his VIP. What do you know about Salt Upon Wounds?
He is war chief of the Whitelegs, and the worst butcher of them all. The tribes he has crushed are many. The warriors he has slain, countless.
Countless is like basically she's saying that she can't count over 100. Or what is the Father in the cave?
Have you not heard of the god of the New Canaanites? He is our protector and our judge. He helped our ancestors find their place here in Zion. He gave us many gifts, but we are not to seek him out. His caves are forbidden to us. Those who seek them out are taken from us.
There's a guy that lived in the caves that helped them survive in this area. They mixed him up with God. It doesn't sound like what I've heard about the New Canaanites. The rot.
Perhaps you do not fully understand the New Canaanites. I have seen the Father's images. His holy bride and holy son were given unto the world to save it. They dwelt in the caverns of the mountains, caverns which can still be seen today. The people sinned against him, and were punished with the end that came in fire and the loss of the Holy Tongue. Only the New Canaanites were spared.
I see, that's fascinating.
I'm sure Daniel could tell you more. His knowledge of the Father is greater than my own.
That's all I wanted to know for now.
Then I will look forward to our next speaking.
What's that DLC in Fallout 3 when the guy takes a piece of your brain and you somehow survive? That was a good DLC in Fallout 3, man. Kind of weird that he does a brain surgery on you and you somehow live. Point Lookout? Yeah, it's the Point Lookout. Man, I haven't done Point Lookout in so many years. That one had a really good atmosphere. Point Lookout and Far Harbor might have been the best parts of Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. Point Lookout exists of Fallout 4 now, by the way. I never tried myself though. What do you mean?
The dead horse has told me details about the attack on your caravan. A stranger's sympathy might not count for much, but for what it's worth, I'm sorry. The Sorrows will mourn your friends too. They mourn everyone, even the Whitelegs. They have sensitive souls. Innocent, if there is such a thing. In spite of what's happened, I hope that Joshua and I can help you out of here. But to be frank, we need your help too.
But who did it, Judge? Was it like a official thing or a mod? Somebody must have put a lot of time if it's a mod. What do you do here?
I used to help the Sorrows with various medical problems and general issues they were having, but my bishop sent me here as a missionary. We New Canaanites believe that there is a path to salvation for everyone, and it's important that we set people on that path if they are willing.
I remember having a lot of fun when I did the Fallout 3 DLCs. There was something else. Is that Operation Anchorage, the simulation DLC, right? With the Outcasts. There's the Mothership Zeta, when the aliens kidnap you, right? There's the Pit. The Pit has a really dark atmosphere. Has some really cool level design and some fun weapons. And then there is Point Lookout, right? And then the continuation of the main story was called what, Broken Steel? I think that's all of them. Broken Steel, the Pit, Operation Anchorage, Mothership Zeta, and Point Lookout. I wasn't really happy with how they had done DLCs in Fallout 4. My least thing that I have the most mixed feelings about is how fast survival difficulty was added to the game. At first it was just a slider, and then they added it to the game without really being connected to all the in-game systems. So it just ended up being a half-assed part of the game. Maybe in the Fallout 5 they're actually going to be a part of the core game. There's one really good DLC in Fallout 4, 2 out of 4. The rest of them are just crap, honestly. In my opinion, at least. That the Mechanist one is really crap. Probably just best to disable that one if you have it when you play Fallout 4. But the one in what's it called? Far Harbor. Far Harbor was good. Fallout 4 and good. As a Fallout game, not really, but as a game, you know, for itself, I think it's solid. I got mixed feelings about it. What's the DLC that called? I had a season pass for this one. The Far Harbor, yeah, the Far Harbor one. Automaton. There's an Automaton, and there is the Nuka World. So how many DLC total? If you haven't played Far Harbor, I recommend. Great stuff. But honestly, everything else just disable it. It's really poor. I feel like Bethesda done Fallout 4 and Skyrim dirty with extra content. I haven't really put that much effort into it, I would say. This is Far Harbor. Apparently, if you have Nick Valentine with you, you get extra stuff going. Look at the Far Harbor, 94% recently. The Secret Colony of Sins. They really needed to like just imagine how awesome Fallout 4 would have been if they made the entire game like Far Harbor. Did you know that you can snitch on the Far Harbor to the Institute and they collect the sins? One of the regrets I have in Fallout 4, Judge, that I haven't done anything Institute related. I just killed them all. I don't even remember why. Call it temporary insanity. I remember I was like pretty late in the game and I entered the Institute and just like snapped and killed them all. And then the game would try to send me into the new Raider DLC, which is like absolutely atrocious. That was so off as a DLC, that one. That white EXO 1 paint job is worth every war crime. If I ever play Fallout 4 again, I'll do all the bad stuff, including the Minutemen. And we'll attend the Morphin funeral. Then I can just die in peace when I see that. Can't believe I always saved that character. Nobody told me that you can kill her. Nobody told me. You guys are evil. Pure evil. Nobody told me that character could get killed. Go back. You saw something interesting? You perverts, all team. Salvation from what? The wasteland?
A spiritual wasteland, yes. We believe that before this life, our souls existed elsewhere. And after we die, our souls will leave this world. During our time here, we have the burden of choice. The choices we make determine where we go in the spirit world and how we will face judgment. New Canaanites believe, as many once did,
What a load of
that
bollocks.
God was made flesh here on earth as a man named Jesus Christ. He sacrificed his life to save us. Every sin, every terrible thing that you, me, or any one of us have done for all time was washed away by his blood. We just have to accept his love. That's why we visit the tribes, to spread the good news. For all we know, we New Canaanites may be all that remains of Christ's followers.
Why don't you teach them something useful instead of filling their heads with nonsense?
We teach them practical skills for this life, and we prepare them for what's to come. The Sorrows could master all the wonders of the old world, conquer the Great Basin north to south. But without God's love, they would have nothing. It is shelter in the storm, food in times of hunger, warmth and light in the cold and darkness. What can compare to that in value and versatility? You don't agree. That's your choice. It can be their choice, too. No one is forced to follow the narrow path.
What do you know about the father in the caves?
Father in the... Oh, right. He's some spirit the Sorrows used to believe in. Watched over them from the caves in the valley.
He was actually a real
They
person.
marked some of the caves around here because they think they'll be punished for going inside. I think as more of them learn the teachings of the New Canaanites, they'll lose their old superstitions.
You might want to have a chat with them. They think your lord and the father are the same.
Oh? Oh. Of course. How stupid of me. They probably also think Mary is the mother and Jesus is the child. No wonder they picked up on things so easily. I guess it just goes to show how difficult it is to communicate sometimes.
Why are you so eager to evacuate Zion? You don't seem to be a pacifist.
There's an old saying that goes, if you want peace, get ready for war. You've got me figured half right. I'll shoot dead any white leg that tries to creep into this camp. But it's only to protect the Sorrows. The Lord helps those who help themselves.
True that.
But the Sorrows don't know how. Joshua and I do. Since I got them into this mess, I need to get them out.
How many speeches in Medieval 2 started with that one? The Lord those who help themselves. Because there's no Lord. I'm curious, has anybody played Fallout 3 and right after Fallout 3 into Fallout 4? How much of the stuff they did connects there? There are still several parts of Fallout 3 that I have not experienced myself. Or I have only literally just played through it once that I have totally forgot about it. Like that area with the tree guy, Dave Republic, those two weird ass vigilantes. I remembered all of this recently because Wizards of the Coast is creating another universe beyond, and this time it's gonna be in the Fallout universe. So Fallout is getting its magic cards. There is definitely several things that are connected with Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. Let's talk about factions and stuff as well. I really enjoy some parts of the Fallout 3, but there's also a lot of the stuff which is just doesn't feel right after Fallout New Vegas. Harold the Ghoul from Fallout 1 and 2 traveled across continent and turned into a tree in Fallout 3. Yeah, I really like stuff like this to Auto 4, for example. But I've never played Fallout 1 and Fallout 2. I really wish one day they remake some of this stuff. There's some really amazing stuff in these games. Fallout 3 also has a couple of quests which I really liked. The one with Burke in Megaton. The one with the vampires. I like the quest in that what's that? Rivet City? Is it Rivet City? That aircraft carrier with the android. So what would be the easiest solution here that doesn't require much fighting? You're right to leave, but I don't think you should kill any of the white legs.
You're free to hold that opinion. But you're not responsible for these people. If I have to kill to prevent their blood from being spilled, so be it.
Look at this, boys. Ehrlich is against violence here. The use of violence only leads to more violence.
Try walking alongside a tribal child, a refugee, and holding her hand for 3 days because her parents were killed by NCR prospectors. After the prospectors have stalked the remainder of the tribe, they fire off a few shots to scare them, and the tribe bunches together for safety. A grenade comes rolling in and kills another 6 people. The only reason you survive is because someone else's body absorbed the shrapnel.
Damn, one grenade kills 6 people. That guy's an effective killer.
A little girl's hand in your hand because that's all that's left of her. After you've done that, if you can look me in the eye and tell me it's better to stand aside, maybe then I'll listen to you.
Joshua told me you needed a few things. I think this is everything.
Well, I'll be. I was starting to lose hope we'd be able to get any of this, much less all of it. Tribals are smart, but, well, they're ignorant. Letting go of a taboo is difficult for them. So I knew it would have to be one of us. Turns out all it took was a Gentile, or, no offense. These supplies are a godsend. But if we're going to evacuate Zion without drawing more White Leg attention, I need you to go back into the valley. Specifically, I need you to scout out some locations for White Legs and try to recover a map of Grand Staircase, a wilderness area to the east. There's also the matter of the roads. We're going to be heading out of the east side of the park, but I'm not sure the way is clear.
It will get me out of here, sure.
Listen, I understand that you want to go home, but we didn't ask you to come to Zion. As far as I'm concerned, you're an uninvited guest. In better times, I'd drop everything to help you out. But I have to ensure the safety of the Sorrows first. And don't think you're alone in this. One of the Sorrows, Waking Cloud, has volunteered to help you in the valley. She's an experienced hunter and has a special gift for staying out of sight when she needs to. Should make things easier for you. After that, all that's left is to evacuate the Sorrows safe and sound. I'll give you a map and supplies, everything you need to get back home.
I always thought how the player approaches this DLC and progress through it was weird made.
Daniel said that I was to travel with you until you have completed your scouting. Is this pleasing to you?
Sounds good, let's go.
Before we depart, our shaman, White Bird, asked me to convey his desire to speak with you.
I'm not talking to no bird. Maybe later.
As you wish. I will point out his cave on your map, should you wish to speak to him later.
Deal with the Yagwai at Pine Creek. I have to find a map. Hopefully she can fight. Might get killed, and her 3 children will be orphans.
By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down. Yea, we wept, when we remembered Zion. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it even to the foundation. O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed, happy shall he be, that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be, that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. Do you know what it means?
No, and I don't really care.
Living in willful ignorance is an ugly thing, but God often speaks loudest in the wild places of his creation, like Zion. Zion is a place and a state of being that has been lost to us several times in the past. Each loss is a new fall of man, and after each fall, we weep in strange new lands and dream of Zion. Dream of visiting vengeance upon those who took it from us. But this is
Talk
the
about
waking
living in the
world
past.
in which we live. There is no need to cry, no need to dream. We can act now and stop the Whitelegs here.
Enough with the drama, I just wanted to get home.
I understand. The safest way for you to resolve this is to help me and the dead horses defeat the Whitelegs. Daniel wants to evacuate the Sorrows from the valley. I think this will be much more difficult for everyone, you included. You can rationalize if you'd like. A lucky coincidence of my faith in your pragmatism leading to different goals by the same means. But you'll have to help convince Daniel, because I can't do it alone. The good Lord knows I've tried.
This one is a different part of the game because it's actually raining. Speak of the rain, all this stuff. What is the most important thing here? Grand staircase. Gotten some items here as well. Mining explosives. She's an unarmed character. Oh boy.
I have this.
They made Yaoguai look pretty awesome in the Fallout TV show. Have you guys seen the trailer? Look at that cub. Yaoguai cub nearly killed me. It's very hard for you. Very hard with no toughness. No medics. The game is scrolling my second screen. Gotta turn that off. Mouse settings. Scrolling active windows when hovering over them off. Have you seen the Yaoguai in the trailer of 204? I think it was the best part of the trailer.
We should not be here. This place, it belongs to the Father in the caves. We must not profane it with our touch.
What are you talking about?
The Father in the caves. The Holy Father who gave the Sorrows his succor and gave the new Canaanites his son. Many of the caves around the valley are sacred to him, and those who would trespass are punished by holy wrath.
The father in the case was just a man who lived a long time ago.
You speak as one who has not heard the tales, who has not seen the sacred images. If you knew, you would not mock.
What exactly are we been doing here? Bunch of those killer plants here, huh? How's this firebomb work? Molotov? Barely any damage. Damn, 50 experience of these things. strong
I know you are
vegan food
eager
as
to
well.
leave Zion, but perhaps you might find peace if you stayed. Think about it. Yes?
How the hell are we gonna get up there? Use my brass knuckles to fight all these plant things. This is probably the part I'm looking for the most to see what they're gonna do about it 2 out of 4. More traps.
Pass like moonlight on still water.
Looks like shotgun. Well, I didn't have this problem in the past where we couldn't open the
I
door.
wish you could have met my family. You would like them, I think.
50 lockpicking.
Katubiu.
Morning Glory's cache key. That's the one. I guess you have to get it up here. I always used the lockpicking in the past here. Use a key when you can get experience for opening it. More bear traps. I don't know, guys. Could you do it, leaving the case for decades? As long as you had the power and internet, but alone with your thoughts. Pressed A by accident. Level up. Level 6. Get a shotgun surgeon, might need more damage. What is in that bag? Can carry all this crap. I think well, the map was in this one, right? Year 2108. Zion National Park Network. August 22nd, 10 sets of tracks, half a mile northeast of canyon entrance. Barefoot, the question mark. August 23rd, saw the dam through scope. Corpses walking around, finally gone crazy. Dementia, maybe. August 24th, I'm not crazy, they're real. Goddamn, they're real. Rushed me the moment they saw me, snarling like animals. They look like corpses but don't smell rotted. I'll be putting them out of their misery, doing for what I never could for myself. September 3rd, the last of them all gone. 5 years later. February 5th. Happy birthday to me, happy birthday to me, happy birthday you useless old dinosaur. Happy birthday to me. Happy 60th. What do you do get a man who has everything? A bottle of whiskey and a 12 gouge slug through the roof of the mouth. Come now, what do I have to do to prove to myself that I have lived long enough? I am a shriveled old man, white beard, seen enough sunrise and sunsets. Saw the big sunset, been hanging on through the long night, 36 years now. Ridiculous. Not kidding myself into thinking there's anything on the other side of this. Fine, things weren't so bad before I was born. Karen, Alex, Sylvie, and Michael, who could have been. Thoughts of the beloved dead before dying. Goodbye, Zion. February 6th, fucking didn't do it. Covered as usual. Maybe 2 bottles next year. 10 years later. So he's now 70 years old. April 25th, 24 of them, half boys, half girls. Youngest is 8 maybe, oldest turning 14, dirty and scrawny. Been for a long time. Children's Crusade. Struck camp on nearly the same spot as Los Mexicanos, 30 years and a lifetime ago. I spent 2 nights listening to them, English literate. One of them reads stories while the little ones fall asleep. They escaped some place they call the school, but can't figure out where it was. When they want the little one to behave, they tell them to stop or the principal will get you. Principal better not show up or I'll blow his goddamn head off. I can still shoot straight. Hey, Kong.
I wish you could have met my family. You would like them, I think.
How many deaths and what level are we now? No deaths, level 6. I had one close call with a green gecko. Calling, I thought you were on my side, and like you come here and it's like saying how much suffering has been happening. Like that's all you guys care about here. Just wanna come here and saw the streamer struggle. Well, let's bend the steam picks. You guys. With all the streamer luck you have, some struggle once in a while is good for you and us. Don't talk about streamer luck, calling. There's no such thing. It's all skill and knowledge. I haven't seen any Khazars yet in this place. They do sometimes spawn on top of you.
You can nikumpa me!
White leg attacks grow more frequent
Spike knuckles.
each day. I...
Damage. What's the brass knuckles? 2730 as well.
fear
Yes,
for
because
our people,
Arm of Destiny and First
and
Battle
for
is
our party if
knowledge.
something is not
They're just
done.
RNG calling that happens once in like 20
You can
campaigns.
kumpa me.
You remember that one, but
Are you
what
sure
about all the
this weapon
campaigns where we don't
actually
get it?
works?
Let's get some Destiny every campaign though. It's a thing with your with how the mind remembers things. Of course, you're going to remember all this stuff, but what about every instance that doesn't happen? I just embrace the memes at that point, calling. Well, calling, we're doing back and forth campaigns next week. Probably gonna start like 20 plus campaigns. We'll see how many Armors of Destiny we get from First Battle. I'm gonna remember you every Armor of Destiny we get. I'm not even gonna count the first fight. We're gonna count like the first 10, 20 turns. Medics are psycho. Psycho. Don't have any turbo saves lives. No medics.
Now we withdrew. You can kumpa me.
Kumpa yourself, buddy. Maybe we can carry all this crap. Zone is in pretty bad shape. I have a pack rat, so all this thing is very heavy. With a full-time job, a girlfriend and a dog, not much time for gaming anymore. Well, you chose this life, calling. Man, what the fuck is this damage? Something like a 10 mil shooting there. Yeah, use the plasma mine. 10 mil that it did much damage, must have been headshots. Where the fuck are these guys coming from?
On the we withdrew. Devil!
Treacherous Road. That was an optional quest here. These guys can have anti-material rifles as well. I'm surprised you still have time to watch the stream, Colin. What does this challenge entail? Starting the DLC on level 1. We are under the effects of the weapon ritual. Don't look like no young geckos to me. Just very hard for you. I don't have enough stats to survive this shit. Need medics. Where the hell is that other guy? Fuck my life, I can't walk anymore. Put me out of misery.
Yao Guai. Even our strongest hunters could not hope to kill so many. There must be a nest nearby.
What do you propose?
Fighting so many at once is a dangerous prospect, unless you are a truly mighty warrior. This many so close together suggests a nest nearby. If we find it and destroy it, we might have better luck.
Better get to work then.
I stand with you.
Bullshit, I just had to kill 3 green geckos myself. Without medics, it's really easy to get killed on very hard against certain enemies.
I have seen many strange plants in the valley. Plants that seem to hunger. Human flesh. Where they come from, I do not know.
Shut the fuck up. This place kind of reminds me of that cave at the end of the river, where the NCR got spooked. Turns out to be it was infested with lake lurks.
I ask that you guide this man who is the vessel of your will. Show him the light of your wisdom and the peace of your love.
Yeah, you gotta. There's several quests like this in that game. So far away from everything, right? Considering they had very little time to do everything, a lot of game would just got rushed.
We pass like
Hello.
moonlight.
plenty of ammo for this gun, but once I start firing, it's gonna run out fast. The advanced scouts deal with the White Lakes camp. There are enemies nearby, so we can fast travel. We're in too high here. Is it the camp where the Khazars can spawn? The game crashed. One crash in what, 7 hours? Not horrible. Had this one issue back in the day where the game would crash trying to get in DLC. That was like probably the worst. Because you can skip the intro. So you had to go through the intro and DLC every time and hoping it's not gonna crash. Virgin River. Quest says deal with the White Lakes camps, but it's an optional to do other stuff. I always dealt with them with force, deadly force. I detest these White Lakes guys. We use what we find. Some enemies are just easier when you feast them. I mean, unarmed is very strong in Fallout New Vegas.
Those tents down there, that is a White Leg war camp. Do you see the war totems they've erected around the tents? White Leg warriors pray to them for strength and savagery before battle. This is no raiding band.
Any advice how to deal with the situation?
You might rush them and take them by surprise. We would be badly outnumbered then, though, and these will be strong fighters. We might also use their superstition against them. White-leg warriors believe that to lose their totems on the eve of battle is a terrible omen.
And then we can sneak into. Okay then.
I will follow your command, but I advise caution if it is possible.
I'm not sure if she can get even get killed. Don't have medics. Life is so much easier with drugs. $9 mil. What a noob.
By God's gift. Anna we withdrew. There are you.
My attacks are doing nothing.
I got you. Combat armor is still in pretty good shape. Some limb damage. Is in between the two camps. What's the damage on these spec knuckles right now? 48, pretty good. Still seems to be like 3 guys here.
You can. There are you. By God's gift.
They don't have pretty weak weapons in low level.
Protect us, your humble children, as we labor in the vineyards, and make us strong to resist those who would steal Zion from us.
Remember one time I was fighting these guys and a Khazar came out of nowhere. I can carry limited stuff. I'm just picking out what I can use, Colin.
I'm glad to see you're still with us. How can I help you?
We did everything. I checked on everything in the valley and got you the map of the Grand Staircase.
I appreciate it. Well, that's it. This is all we need. Now all that's left is to quietly pack up and try to get out of here without being noticed. That's assuming that Joshua won't try to stop me. And that he hasn't talked you into fighting the Whitelegs despite what I've said. Don't worry, I don't hold it against you. You're an outsider. Fighting seems like the practical solution. I'll tell you again. There's more at stake.
Don't worry, I think leaving Zion is for the best.
It may be. I hope it is. To tell the truth, if something goes wrong, more Sorrows could die in the escape than in Joshua's proposed attack. Even knowing that, it's a risk I have to take. With your help and Joshua's, even if we're attacked, we can defend the Sorrows and escape. We'll be traveling at night in small groups across the valley. With luck, the Whitelegs won't know what's happened until the next morning. But if the Whitelegs realize what's happening, Joshua and I will need you to help us escape. Don't hold back. I promise you, the Whitelegs won't. Once our path is clear, I'll give you everything you need to get back to the Mojave. But the Pine Creek Tunnel must be collapsed behind us. It's the only way to delay the Whitelegs' pursuit long enough for us to get a head start. Good luck, and may God be with us.
Daniel must have made it to the tunnel by now. But there are Sorrows all over the valley. We have to help them and get Daniel out of here.
Alright, let's go.
Right.
This guy with his gun and suit, he's one of the best weapons and armors. Level up. Level 8. 98 guns. Getting a Grund. 25% more damage to this weapon. There's over 400 dips without Psycho. They actually had one of these as well. Easy out, Guay meat and Psycho to put on 30% damage. I think he's moving really fast down there. he's throwing all that whiskey. We're under the effect of the psycho this entire time. How many more psycho do we have left? One cycle left. This guy. Knives are pretty good weapons they get here. All this stuff is pretty crap in Fallout 3. I mean, look at the spec knuckles, they're worth 500 on full repair. This gun reminds me of Cricket from Fallout 4. He has the like a similar automatic weapon, but has explosive effect. One was it the junky-looking NPC? This might have been the fastest time I did this DLC.
Oh my god! Have you seen that shit? Holy shit!
Maybe don't. Still here. Always. Shocked we haven't seen any Khazadars, but I guess since we started on level 1, there might not be any Khazadars here. I suppose sold upon wounds. Anyone don't want to talk?
Foolish, Outman. You best white legs you think. By my spear you die!
Can we just, you know, be friends?
Weak words you talk. Now you see, strong
He's a power
spears
fist.
better than weak words.
And see how strong my spears are, warrior.
This good fight will be.
Very good fight. This helmet has +2 crit chance, 5 sneak.
Please, have you done everything you can for the Sorrows? Are they all accounted for?
I don't know. Go.
You let them die. They needed you. Why didn't you help them? Never mind, I don't have time for this. Take the map. Just take it and go.
I don't remember this outcome before.
And so it was that the conflict between the New Canaanites and the Whitelegs was finally resolved. The courier's involvement had tipped the scale.
A couple of deaths to those green geckos, but that was easier even than that money.
After the Whitelegs drove the Sorrows from Zion, they celebrated by destroying all traces of the valley's former inhabitants. They appealed to the Legion for assimilation, but were denied. Their failure to eradicate the New Canaanites in Grand Staircase and farther up the Colorado had not gone unnoticed. The Whitelegs made a half-hearted effort to find the New Canaanites, but were driven off by dead horses trained in the ways of Joshua Graham. The Whitelegs lost all hope of joining the Legion and disintegrated into a number of petty raiding bands, leaving Zion Valley a polluted cistern.
Daniel evacuated the Sorrows from Zion, but due to the courier's neglect, the Whitelegs butchered many along
What the
the
fuck
way.
did that do?
Those who survived barely reached Grand Staircase, but once there, the dead horses and New Canaanites helped them settle. The unfamiliarity of their new surroundings and the loss of loved ones evoked a terrible and lasting grief among the Sorrows. For 2 generations, many would die still lamenting the loss of Zion.
Having helped Daniel and the Sorrows escape from Zion, the dead horses returned to their home.
I don't care about any of these dead horses, Soros, the Whitelegs. Who cares about any of this shit?
And over many years built a
I was here
flourishing
to
community
get the caravan going
along
with
the
Jed.
banks of the Colorado. Though the tribe's bond would endure, it was Joshua Graham's legend the dead horses would revere, not the tenets of New Canaan's faith.
Already weakened by several seasons of bad trading, the Happy Trails Caravan Company was initially discouraged by the results of its expedition. The fate of New Canaan and the evacuation of the Sorrows from Zion made the prospect of trading seem fruitless. When Daniel told his family about the exploits of Happy Trails employee the Courier, however, New Canaan decided to repay the company's kindness. Twice per year, New Canaanites made the dangerous journey west to trade with the company in the city of New Reno. The Happy Trails Caravan Company could not survive on such trading alone, but the New Canaanites' generosity made tough times go easier.
After leading the Sorrows from their home in Zion to safety in Grand Staircase, Daniel continued to wonder if he'd made the right choice. He spent his life evangelizing the beliefs of his people to a new generation of young men and women, as his ancestors had for centuries before him. He was happy with his family, but for the rest of his life, there were nights when he awoke with sadness to find he had been dreaming of Zion.
And with that, the Courier walked out of the history of the
It's just a DLC, Pratt. It can be done pretty fast.
The gathering storm of the Mojave Wasteland.
This is the shortest one. When those couple of those green geckos jumping me, it's like was pretty straightforward. The enemies were pretty easy on because I was low level. I'm not sure if it's gonna be the same for Lonesome Road. So we're done Dead Money now from level 1, and we're done the Honest Hearts now from level 1. The next one is Old World Blues. These guys respawned.
You like that?
Like that. Well, that's it, boys, for the Honest Hearts. It was pretty easy. We haven't even seen a single Khazad. Those young green geckos still hit really hard because they're very hard. But I was saving my gun in that situation. Okay, I guess you could just shoot them before they get close. Like this weapon here. Like this weapon here, for example, is pretty strong for the DLC. He had access to this weapon and just enough stuff to clear it. Start with level 1, you can just use unarmed until you get enough ammo for this weapon, and then just use this weapon to finish the rest of it. It took under 5 hours. Under 5 hours. I think it's either the Lonesome Road or the Old World Blues that have a little bit different thing going for this. What does the wiki say for this shit? Old World Blues. I guess it doesn't say like a recommended level here. The level scaling stuff is like when you enter one DLC, just it does warn you, right? But it looks like all the DLC are made to be played from level 1. I didn't really expect this one to be like this. Expect those guys to have actually some better weapons, but it's almost like if you're low level, they got lower level weapons as well. Only a couple of them had those 45 SMGs. So the strongest enemies, if you go there on Honest Hearts on level 1, are the green geckos. They can kill you in 3 to 4 hits. One of these DLCs is probably gonna be really tough starting from level 1. It was quite a surprise that really with the Dead Money now on Honest Hearts that you can do both like this on level 1. Only a couple of things were actually really like in Dead Money, the hardest thing is the environment. The enemies are really easy, if you ask me. But the Honest Hearts, the very hard makes those green geckos crazy. But they still use that weird range attack that does no damage, so it's you can you know, kill them around that. And we haven't seen any cazadors there. Yeah, it is the level scaling, Top Manager. It's their HP and their weapons, and possibly their skills and attributes. So I got surprised. I expected would be crazier. So basically, the DLCs seem easier to complete on a lower level than on a higher level. On a higher level, some of those enemies go crazy. It's like the white legs shoot you with anti-material rifles. You can literally get killed by one bullet to the head on very hard. Just because how damage works with very hard and with difficulty. Especially if it's a crit. Just shoot you in the dead. Head dead. I'm not sure when we're gonna attempt Old World Blues and or Lonesome Road, but at some point for sure. Some point for sure. I installed the Fallout 3. Probably gonna be messing around in it for a bit as well. Just 6 bits and pieces. Can you get all that close in Lonesome Road? No, I don't think so. But you do get some of the weapons to deal with them. Yeah, for sure, Top Manager, for sure. I like the atmosphere over time. I do miss it sometimes. You know, by now, Top Manager 2023, I expected them to remake Fallout 3 by now, but they still haven't done anything with it. It's like they've been slacking. You know, the moment I saw Fallout 4, I was like sure, I was sure they would remake Fallout 3 with the Fallout 4 stuff. Well, as long as you can equip it, you can still get pretty good effect with it. I don't think they won't. Why do you think that? There is a kind of like a teaser for it somewhere or something leaked. Because I'm pretty sure that the Fallout 4 literally just can make it happen. Fallout 3 is being remade in Fallout 4's engine. There are rumors abound. We're getting Fallout 3, Oblivion, and shit like that. But this is not even a big project, Top Manager. They could definitely do this on the side. I guess it's just a rumor, yeah. It won't happen. Listen to this party pooper, Top Manager. It will happen. Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas is just way too big not to make a remaster of it. Anyways, boys, it's gonna be it for today. I'm gonna go maybe watch some Deadwood, chill. Tomorrow, same thing on the program. We'll play some Carl, and later maybe Red Dead Redemption 2 or maybe some Fallout 3. See you guys. Thanks for watching.